Welcome back to East Midlands Airport. I was just having some technology problems and now back after repairing. That Jet 2 came in from Faro, is now landed. As I'm just reading some news from San Diego, there's been a plane crash out in San Diego in Murphy Canyon. A small aircraft has crashed this morning. It's a Cessna 550 aircraft. It can carry 6 to 8 people. And it crashed during foggy weather early this morning out in San Diego. When I get some more news about this crash out in San Diego, I will let you know a bit more about it. They do say there's about 15 homes on fire and 4 others along the several blocks to evacuate due to the jet fuel is all over the place. They do say it's not known so far whether anyone was injured or who was on board the aircraft. From Scaffos. He's 11 minutes away. It's a 7-year-old aircraft. The registration is GJZBM. It's a 7378MG. Serial number is 63170. He's due in 11 minutes. Estimated arrival is 14:55. The Ryanair down to Forteventura at the moment. He is now running 5 minutes late, maybe possibly more. As I know, or when I can see down on the apron, I will let you know when he's ready for departure. There's a Jet 2 LS669 to Gran Canaria. That's in the jet2.com livery. That's the registration is GGDFR. That's estimated departure at 15:05. And then there's a Ryanair going to Limingos, FR1632. The registration is 9HQBK. And that's estimated departure of 15:25. The Ventura is now just pinged up from departures. The registration is a 1 year old. The registration to that is EIJL. Serial number is 67110. Oh, the Ryanair for Ford Ventura is now being pushed back from departures at the moment. The Mahon flight, Ryanair FR276 is now coming up to the IRS. And then behind that is the Scaphos, the jet2.com livery. He's 5 minutes behind the Ryanair. As you see the Ryanair now out into the distance. Just as it's coming out of the clouds, I will turn around for this Ryanair. once he gets a bit closer. The Ryanair is due to come out from Fuerteventura. He's just sat up behind them hangars at the moment before he makes his taxiway. The Ryanair now, I can just about make out his headlights. .com livery is making his way up to the IRS behind this Ryanair. He's 3 minutes behind him. So I think we'll have 2 arrivals and then 1 departure. As you can see, we have got I think it's a Beach B200 on the runway. But before, I can see the Jet 2 now coming in behind. But I think this Beach aircraft's going out first, but I'm going for this Ryanair. It's now coming in. And shortly after Ryanair, it'd be the Jet 2. The Jet 2 is now just coming up to the IRS. And that Beechcraft is now just taking off behind me. This is the Mahon flights from Spain. From Menorca. There goes that Ryanair now turned onto the taxiway. And here comes that Jet 2, so I'm going to turn on to Jet 2. And this Jet 2's come from Scaphos, one of the Greek islands. And there's that Ryanair now coming up for Fuerteventura, as that Jet 2 is now made his way down. I'm going over to that Ryanair. Where is he? There he is. As he's making his way up to 09. This plane is off down to one of the Canary Islands, Fuerteventura. Just as he's making his way up towards DHL to make his turn onto 09. The next flight's is due in 13 minutes. It's just coming up to Lutterworth. It's the Faro flight. The flight number is BY7403. It's a 16-year-old aircraft. It's GTUKV. Serial number is 35149, and that's a TUI flight. Estimated arrival is at 15:12 in 12 minutes time. There is another flight in front of that TUI. He's at Northampton. and it's the Lanzarote Jet 2 Holidays livery LS632. This Ryanair to Fuerteventura is now entering the runway. He's turning and burning. I hope that crew and the people who are on that plane have a nice flight down to Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands. As that aircraft now makes its way south over Kedworth down towards Loughborough, and then he'll make his turn again to go south towards Birmingham, Coventry, before he heads south over the south coast as he makes his way down to Fuerteventura. He might hit the cloud base before. There he goes. I'm going back down to the apron. As I can see, there is a tractor down by the apron cutting the grass. So Faro is in first, and then Lanzarote is in second. and then followed in by Malaga. That's another Jet2.com plane. It's on hire from Air Explore. That's Alice 606, and that arrives in 15 minutes time. It's just flying over Northampton now. The TUI is safe at the airport as he's making his way up to the IRS. He'll go out towards Burton-on-Trent and then turn for finals for runway 9. And shortly behind that is the Lanzarote. He's on the same flight path as this TUI. He's just south of the airport. The TUI is over at Koval, and the Jet2 is on the northeast of Leicester. He's now turning to come over towards Koval as they make their way out towards Burton-on-Trent. And then the Malaga will do the same as well, as they will come up towards Leicester, come round to Leicester on the northeast, and turn to go out towards Koval, out towards Burton-on-Trent, and then turn to come in on 09 as they meet the IRS out at Burton-on-Trent. Right, Jet2 is now pushing back. He's 4 minutes late. It's the Jet2.com livery. There he is. That's the one that's going down to Gran Canaria. It's a 21-year-old aircraft. That's GGDFR. Its registration, serial number is 30421. So we got 1 departure and 3 arrivals. I will leave you on that aircraft for a second as he's getting his clearance, and as the crew do their safety checks before it comes out on the taxiway for its departure. We have got a rival coming in now. I'm turning round for it. There is a plane in the distance. There's the arrival. This is the TUI aircraft. The one we can see behind is the Jet 2. And the other Jet 2 should be shortly following that one behind. Now that Jet2.com livery aircraft is now making his way up to 09s. I'm going to turn over to that Jet2.com livery flight. The Jet 2 Holidays flight is now coming in. I will take you off that Jet2.com livery for the Jet 2 Holidays plane. It's on his way in. And shortly behind this one is the Jet2.com. It's the hired aircraft from Air Explore. He should be here shortly. Nice landing from that Jet2 Holidays aircraft. I'm putting you onto that Jet2.com livery because he's on his way out. So this jet2.com flight is up to Gran Canaria. We've got a departure of Jet2 Holidays flight to Izmir in Turkey. There is a beach aircraft during shortly. Is behind this jet2.com livery aircraft. It's taken off. He's now rolling. And then you've been that other jet2.com aircraft that's on a wet lease. From Air Explore. Here comes that Beechcraft that's coming in behind, but I'm watching this Jet2 go out. But once it gets a bit closer, I will come on to him. I'm coming onto this Beechcraft. He's coming in now. There he is. And then I'm going to go over to the apron. As that Jet2 Holidays making his way into arrivals. As we got now, that jet2.com is now just coming onto the LIRS for these Midlands. His name should not be that far away. Oh, we have got a departure, the Jet2 Holidays livery to Izmir. He's now just taxiing onto the runway. And then we'll have this arrival of Jet2. And then we've got a Learjet 60, it's making his way up behind this Jet2. And there goes that Jet2.com livery off down to Izmir in Turkey. And then we've got this Learjet 60, just now coming up to there, but we have got this Jet2.com livery coming in, and then it'll be that Learjet 60 going out. I will turn round for this Jet2.com as he's now coming in to land. Now I'm going over to this Learjet 60. This Learjet might just go up like a rocket as he takes off. That Jet2 is now taxiing up to departures. Now that Learjet 60 is now on his way. He might go up like a rocket. That Learjet 60 has just took off now. He's off down to Nürnberg. That Learjet 60 is now up into the clouds. So I'm coming back down to the apron. The next plane to arrive is the Ryanair from Rhodes, FR3851. He'll be here in 6 minutes. He's just coming up to Koval as he's safe at the airport. He'll be making his way up towards Burton-on-Trent. As he gets to Burton-on-Trent, he will make his turn onto the IRS to make his way down to his turn onto 09, and then he'll make his finals into East Midlands then, and then land on 09. Sorry about that, the camera panning round. It's just the wind up at East Midlands. It is going a bit strong at the moment. There is this arrival now coming in. This is the Ryanair from Rhodes. I've just turned on to him now. He should be here in the next few minutes as he's making his way in. here comes this Ryanair. Oh, he is now. I'm gonna go over to departures, because as I just looked, there is a Ryanair just being pushed. That Ryanair is the going to Midlands. Now that right now is no taxiing taxiing out of departures. As he comes out now onto the taxiway. There is a citation Bravo on his way into East Midlands. He's just now coming up to Burton-on-Trent. And then shortly behind that is DHL from Dubai. It's DO515. That's a 777 freighter. That's GDHLV. I put you now across onto this Ryanair. I'm just looking for this Cessna Bravo. I can't see him at the minute. But I think the Ryanair is maybe waiting. I think the Ryanair might be going out first, and then we'll have this Cessna Bravo coming in. But I think this Ryanair is going to turn and burn. We have got the next plane coming in behind me, is the Cessna Bravo. I'm going to turn on to him now. Then that Bravo's just now landed. We have got a Beechcraft B200 going out. We have got Tui going down to Gran Canaria, the Boeing 737 MAX 8. We have also got the Lanzarote aircraft coming up. It's on hire from Fly4 Airlines to Tui. And that flight number is BY7414. That's that Beach King Air 250 is now just gone up in the air. I'm coming back now to this wet lease to Tui. As it comes up past DHL to turn on to 09, and then we've got another Tui that's on his way up. So this Tui's going to Lanzarote, and the one that's coming up is going to Gran Canaria. And then shortly after that we got the Daliman flight, LS621. This aircraft was here on Tuesday. It was down by departures. It was actually on it was bought in the other day. There's two of these aircraft at East Midlands. It's on wet lease to Tui. Here comes the other Tui, it's now coming down. As this one makes his way out. I'm sorry about that, I was joking on the street. Here comes this Tui. This Tui is now coming out of East Midlands. And this Tui is going down to Lanzarote. Sorry about my voice for a second. I was trying to sort it out in the set. I will let you watch this aircraft and I'll be back. I will put you across onto the apron and give me a few minutes and I will be back to you as soon as I can. So now we got the Dally Man coming up, as you can see. Sorry about my voice just a few seconds ago. I was just having a few problems with a switch that got stuck in my back of my throat. I'm back now. Oh, we've got this DHL is now just coming in behind me. And this DHL is come from Dubai. This is the DHL 777 freighter. And then I'll go back to that nice landing. And then I'll go to the Dally Man flight once this DHL goes to the end. This Jet2.com livery is off to Dally Man. I can just see now there's a Jet2.com livery aircraft that's just been pushed back in arrivals. The Jet2.com livery aircraft is going down to Tenerife, and we've got the Ryanair is going to Riga. The Riga flight number is FR1664, and the Tenerife flight number is LS633. I'm going to put you back onto the apron for the Jet2.com livery. He's pushed back. I can see him. He's side on to that Ryanair. As that GHL 777 freighter makes his way up. We've got a Jet2 holidays aircraft from Fuerteventura. He's just met its IRS. He's on his way. Should be here in a minute. When I can I can just see him now. We've got another 777 freighter that's on its way from Delhi, and that's a DHL. And then we've got a Fister jet. It's due in before the DHL. So it'd be the Fister jet, DHL, then Catalonia, then Walklaw, and then Palma di Mallorca. I will put you onto this DHL as it's coming in, up towards DHL. I don't know what stand is going on today because, oh I do, I can see them. They are ready for him the next door to the I'm going to come off this 777 for the moment. Now Jet2.com's on his way, but we've got this Jet2 here. He's just making his way in now. And now I'm going across to this Jet2. That DHL is now just turning off his engines. And there goes that Jet2 down to Tenerife. he's now going north up towards Derby. As he go up towards Derby, he go over Derby, head towards Stoke-on-Trent. Then he'll go out towards Chester, out up towards the north coast of Wales, out onto the Mersey, and then out to the Irish Sea before he turn south down the coast of West Wales, and then down to Tenerife. I'm going to go back onto the airfield and go to that DHL that's just come in. It's parked up right on the end there. There is another 777 due in from Delhi. He's due in shortly. I left you on with DHL at the moment. As you now can see, that 777 freighter's back door is now open. They will now start to offload this 777. After they just started to offload on the right hand side. We have got a break in arrivals and departures at the moment. So I'll leave you with that DHL as it's been unloaded. I can now see a TUI. That TUI is going to Larnaca. And there's also the Ryanair is pushed back as well, and he's going to Riga. But the TUI to Larnaca is BY7454. I will turn the camera down to that aircraft as he's making his taxi up. And the Ryanair is just sat behind the gates, not the gates, the sheds, waiting for his clearance to come up. And that VistaJet from Paris is here in 3 minutes. He's just making his way up towards Burton-on-Trent for his IRS into Nottingham. I should say East Midlands Airport, but they call it Nottingham Airport. Riga is now just coming up behind the TUI. don't know if this two is waiting for this Learjet or what, but I don't know if two's going to go first or the Learjet comes in, or the Learjet comes in and then two goes. Now the Ryanair is now almost at the back of this TUI. I can see the VistaJet now is just on his way in. I think TUI's going first, then the VistaJet in, and then Ryanair. So this TUI might just turn and burn as this VistaJet is making his way in. This is the aircraft that came in earlier from Mahon and is now on his way down to Larnaca. This VistaJet is now right on me, so I'm going to turn onto him. This is the one that has come up from Paris. So there's two of these VistaJets in East Midlands today. As I watched one come in earlier this afternoon. So there's the VistaJet. I'm going across to this Ryanair. It's now on the actual runway. I think he's waiting for this prop to come in. He is making his way towards us. I don't know if he's landing this time or he's going out. But I'll leave it on this Ryanair because the last time he came he just went back up. As you know, you can see this Ryanair is now taxiing on to 09. That's off to Rigger, so he's going to head up north and then out to Rigger. I'm going to turn back onto the airfield in a second because we've got a jet to holidays aircraft on his way up. To Ibiza, that's Alice 643. And then we got the second bus, BY 7475. That's the Flight 4 Airlines, the other aircraft that's on a wet lease. Is now just coming in behind me. I will turn you on to that aircraft now. This flight's come from Zakynthos, the Greek islands. This would have been a 3.5 hour flight back to the UK from Zante, as I know it. And then I'm going to turn over to this jet to holidays. It's going down to Ibiza, one of the Baltic islands. I should say, not Baltic, the Balearic Islands. And this is a flight time of 2 hours. actually looking on camera, there is a Ryanair has just been pushed back. He's off to Lanzarote. He's the FR3172, his flight number. He's 1 year old. He's the Boeing 737 MAX 8-200. His registration is EIJS. Registration number is 67104. Cessna Citation Bravo is coming out on the taxiway. He's not saying where he's going. His registration is 9HSLA. Serial number is 5EO1007. He's 23 years old. He's just come up now. He's going to Albia. His flight number is YP028. The other flight that's due to come up now is the Boeing 737. It's the delayed flight to Corfu. Registration is OMJEX. The serial number is 29932. It's a 23-year-old aircraft. It's on loan from Air Explore. I'm going to put you on that air station. It says the Citation Bravo as he's just coming up to the runway. Then we got the Jet 2, and I think shortly after that Jet 2 the Ryanair will come up. And then after that Ryanair, hopefully we'll have that Delhi flight in. He's actually 11 minutes away, and he's over he's just south of Leicester. Now that aircraft now's on the runway, he's now on his way. He's going to go up like a rocket. I will go to that Jet 2. That Ryanair is now coming up behind Jet 2. I'm going to that jetdo.com. There he is. Ryanair's now behind. I think it might be Jet2, Ryanair, and then the daily flight with DHL. Then that Ryanair is now just taxiing on. I'm gonna come down for that Ryanair. I think this Ryanair needs to hurry up because this DHL will be here shortly. And that Jet2 is now just coming round by There goes the Ryanair. I can see the arrival of the DHL. The aircraft is now just making his way out towards Burton-on-Trent. To meet the Ally RS, and then from Burton-on-Trent he will turn on for 09 arrival. It is another 777 freighter, and it's come up from Delhi. I see him coming in towards runway 9, I will turn the camera around. Happening down at departures at the moment, but there is an arrival of this DHL from Delhi. He's now just turning, I can see him now turning on the 09. I'm going to turn the camera around as he's now just turned for his arrival. And this is another 777 as well at DHL. As that DHL from Delhi will make his way up towards DHL. Our next arrival is the Catalonia. That DHL now is just coming up. The next arrival is the Catalonia flight, one of the Greek islands. That's the Boeing 737 MAX. It's a 3-year-old GTUMN. That's the registration. Serial number is 44655. She's just turning on the IRS for the arrivals. You can see her now in the distance. And then we've got Warclaw. She's just down over Northampton, and that's due in 17 minutes. And then we've got the Rome, who's due in 23 minutes. And that flight number is FR1514. And that's just coming up over Luton. That DHL is now making its way, and now we've got this arrival of the Catalonia flight. Now it's just coming in behind me. I'm gonna go back to that DHL because he's now just parking on the end. And that one just came in from Delhi, and that's a Boeing 777. We have got a Jet 2 holiday delivery aircraft is pushed back. He's going down to Mahon, one in Menorca. And that flight number is LS677. It's a 25-year-old aircraft and the registration is GDRTB. It's a Boeing 737-86N. His registration is 28610. He should be coming up out of departures very shortly, as that tourist just taxi passed him into arrivals. We have got Ryanair should be in the next few minutes as he's making his way up. There should be two coming. There's one from Rome and one from Warclaw. They should be here shortly. I think the one from Rome is in first and then Warclaw is second. I can see that Jet 2 Holidays livery aircraft that's going down to Mahon. At the moment the ops is checking the runway before the Mahon makes his way up. For today's show, the last aircraft will be in for the show will be the other fish jet at 1723. And the last departure will be this Jet 2 Holidays. Is the Mahon flight. He's now making his way up. There he is. He is making his way up from departures. This would be the last departure of the day. No, it won't. It'd be the Southampton flight, the B. It'd be the Specsavers Aviation, the Beach Air King 350i. That'd be the last departure from East Midlands, and the last arrival will be the Rome flight at 5:20. So Walklaw's first, then Rome. So here's Mahon, off down to the Balearic Islands. We got money. So I think this is the 737 Ryanair from Walklaw coming in behind me. I'm going to turn the camera around for this one now. As is, oh. Sorry about the camera dipping then. That's Ryanair from Walklaw. The next Ryanair to due in is the from Rome, and then we've got that fish jet it's due to arrive. And once that fish jet's arrived and the Ryanair, that will be the end of the show for today. I will be back. I will post when I'll be back out. I'm sorry I didn't post, I was due late today. But it was nice weather, so I came out as quick as possible. But I know the weather is supposed to be bad this weekend. So I will post when I'm back out next. And I'll see you soon. And I hope you enjoyed the videos I've done for you this week. So when I get back, I will load up this week's videos. I can see plane in the going up to the IRF. I don't know if it's the fish jet or if it's the Ryanair. It's the Ryanair from Rome. And then the Palmadine Mallorca's here as well, the A320. So there's the Ryanair which just come in from Walklaw. So we've got Ryanair and then the Lord. The Lord is 4 minutes away. And then that fish jet. The fish jet is my last plane of the day. So that Ryanair is now parked up in arrivals. So I've got Ryanair, then the Lord. The Lord is an A320. He's coming in from Palmadine, Mallorca. It's Lord Europe. The flight number is FR 6032. Registration is 98LMP. It's a 16-year-old aircraft. It's registered in Malta. Serial number is 03616. And as I'm going to turn for this Ryanair. And then hopefully we'll have the Lord, and then we'll have the that fish jet, and that'll be the end of the show for today. There goes the Ryanair. I'll leave you on that Ryanair for the moment. I'm just looking out for that Lord because he's doing next. Now we can see the Lord. After this Lord, simply this fish jet. This fish jet is actually a minute behind it. Oh, you know, I was vacated. That Lord. And here comes the Lord from Palma de Mallorca. It's the first time I ever seen this one. It's an old A320 CEO. Now that Lord's just vacated the runway, and that other Ryanair is now up in departures. We're just waiting for this fish jet now to show up. After this fish jet is the end of the show for today. That fish jet's now just turned onto his finals. This will be the last jet of the day. as I'm going to turn onto him as he's coming down. This fish jet's come from Pomyan. This is the third fish jet that's in East Midlands today. That's the third one it's in today. As I will turn back to the apron, as you will see now, that Lord plane is now parked up in between the two Ryanairs. That's it for today's show. Everything's now quiet now till 7:15, and I will speak to you when I do a post. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all later. Thank you very much. Goodbye.